Now I would be jumping and we will be talking about some basics of blockchain. So is that use case make sense? Is that use case of the blockchain which we have shown for the food industry? If that makes sense for you, that these are the purposes where basically we can use this kind of technology. It's not like that without this technology, these kind of processes or operations cannot be built, but with the trust and with the ensurety that the data would be proven and it will not leak, that kind of thing which has been done with these solution. So do you think that the use case makes sense? If it makes sense, type on the chat window MS. Makes sense. The use case makes sense. Type on the chat window MS. Everyone. Thank you, Aditya, Saran Kumar, Gary. Okay. So when I say something to type you to just make you that you are still interacting with me, although I have unmuted you, but we are still interacting with each other. So that is the one case, right? I want after the today's session, just want you to go into the deeper and do the search. You will find so many these kind of use cases. So this is with a single company. SAP is doing one of the project in UK, which is basically the cross companies they are doing, collaborating for the construction projects in UK, collaborating the different subcontractors and the suppliers with the projects which is available in the UK. So that's a custom solution which has been built up. So now we will be first focusing on the basics of blockchain. Okay, let's go and talk about the basics of the. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Blockchain. Now, first thing is that what is blockchain? Okay. So blockchain is basically full transparent distributed ledger. So you need to understand that what does it mean? It's a fully transparent distributed ledger. So what do we mean by the fully transparent distributed ledger? So I will try to explain that from here. Let's say I will give you a very basic example. Okay. Let's say you are having, I will give you the transaction where basically which is having with the two people, Sam and John. Okay. They are doing a transaction between them, is giving $500. Sam is giving $500 to John, just example, right? And this transaction need to be recorded. So let's say Sam and John, they have their own ledger, or basically they said that, okay, this we are hiring a third party. He is managing a ledger for us, and he's noting down information in the ledger. Okay, that Sam has given $500 to John. So now their data is depending on this ledger. If something has been changed, if something has been tampered in this ledger, this transaction would also be tampered. If somebody need to hack or somebody need to tamper, they just need to attack on this ledger, and the work is done. Now, what happened differently in the blockchain when this transaction is happening? Let's say it's in your community, right? And to bring more trust, what you are saying that in community, I will call everyone. Okay, let me also call Shri. Let me also call Mohan. Let me also call Raju. Let me also call Teresa. Let me also call Suresh, and let's do the transaction in front of them. Okay. So what is happening now? We are doing this transaction in front of all these people. Now this transaction, when it's stored here into their ledger, what she is also seeing this, Suresh is also seeing this, and Mohan is also seeing this. Raju has also seen this, and Teresa has also seen this. They have seen this and they have validated, okay, this transaction is happening. And what they have done, the same thing they have also noted in their ledger. They have all their ledgers copy, the same copy is there, and it has been also noted down in their ledger. Ledger is kind of account ledger, okay? But that ledger is basically to store the information, to store the data, to store the information. Now we are not only dependent on this ledger, we are not only dependent on the authenticity of the ledger, the information is there here also, here also, here also, in this also, in this also. If in future John says and comes and ki bhaiya, Sam did not give me money, or rather than $500, he gave me only $400. Okay, he tried to temper this ledger, and he said that not $500 was given, only $400 was given. But the authenticity is there here also. In this ledger also the information is stored. In this ledger also information is stored. Now, if John need to temper the data, okay, if John need to temper the data, he need to temper the data not only here, he need to also change this, 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 need to also change this. Or in short, I need to say that he need to take a majority, at least 50% of the ledgers he need to change to get the majority. Say that okay, it was not $500, it's $400. Okay, which is very difficult to go into the different ledgers and making the changes there. Okay, I've given you one example. There can be thousands of the distributed ledgers into the blockchains, right? So in the blockchains, the authenticity of the data has been done, and then the data is not stored at the one place. Data is stored into the distributed ledger. So the copy of ledger would be there with everyone, and everyone would be having that information stored in it. Okay, so that is the concept. There are the multiple different concept in the blockchain. So that is the first concept of distributed ledger. Okay, this is how the ledgers has been distributed. The data is not only at the one place, the data is at the multiple places, validated by multiple places. So if something need to change, it need to change across. If something need to be hacked, it need to be hacked across. If this has been hacked, ransomware attack happen here, and this data is, let's say, encrypted by uh, your attackers, cyber attackers, still you have a data here, still you have a data here, still you have a data here, until unless they have attacked on the 51% of the distributed network, still you would be able to proceed ahead. Okay, if they want to change something, if they want to really create some nuisance in the system, if they really want to do the fraud in the system, earlier they were attacking at one place. Now at the same time they need to attack at the 51 places, not 51, 51% of the places, which can go into thousands. So that kind of efforts would be very hard. So I'm not saying that it's 100% foolproof, but it's foolproof. It's 100 times more or 1,000 times more foolproof than storing a data into the central place. Okay, so that is the concept of distributed ledger. That's the first concept, distributed ledger. I hope now you are able to understand the first concept of this blockchain, which is the distributed ledger. Okay, we are not doing the transparencies there. We are not doing the transaction in silo. There are the full community there, and full community know that you have done the transaction, and they have stored in their books also the full transaction. Okay, there are some people who are trying to annotate here. Please don't do it. Let me do it. Let me see who's doing the annotations. So whoever has done, please delete it. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Okay, so this is the basically concept of the decentralized ledger. I will give you a copy of this concept which I have explained. Any question on the decentralized ledger, please feel free to put on the chat window. I will also be taking questions at the last, but if you have any question, you can put. You can also put it. Okay. So we'll talk about that how the ledger is getting synchronized. When I'm talking about the another concepts, you would be able to know that how the ledgers are getting synchronized. Now you understand the first concept that it's a fully transmitted distributed ledger.